All right, so that didn't go exactly as planned. My design here for this furnace is inadequate. It doesn't really work well with the propane because the pipe I have here, and which was originally intended to be just a blower and to have some like charcoal in there with the crucible and then the lid on top. It didn't work with the gas, with the propane at all. I think probably because of the angle. So it was fine though. I made this a while ago, so it was kind of a project back then. And then it was taking a long time to heat up the aluminum, and I was going to be out here all day long because the crucible wasn't inside the furnace. Or the smelter or whatever you call it, and it was just going to take forever and ever. So I just decided to get some cans in there and put it in there for the first time, and I don't know, see what happens, So that crucible is actually made out of a old fire extinguisher can, and it might be a little bit too big for just like little rinky-dink type of projects. So I don't know, maybe I'll invest in one and buy it from a store or Amazon or something like that and try it again. And then the blocks that I made, so the forms that I made, seem to be okay. The clay seems to be okay, even though I bought that a couple years ago as well. It was a little clumpy at first. So, but I wasn't really looking for perfection. I just kind of wanted to do this as a test run. I mean, obviously, if you want perfection, you should kind of sift it and do the powder kind of sand, clay mixture, whatever on there, if you want like a much better result. But I was just basically going after just the form, so kind of a form. And I do have a use for that little form, but the intricate detail or what have you really isn't that important at this time. So I'm going to try this again, maybe with a different setup. It does seem kind of cool. And I was using just soda cans. Probably if I got that hotter, like inside an actual furnace or something, I guess I would probably have less slag. I don't know. I hear soda cans or beer cans and stuff produce a lot of slag anyway. So this was just kind of a trial run, and it was kind of a fail and kind of a success at the same time. But that's how you learn. So if you guys, I know there's a lot of videos out there that are really good, but if you guys are just beginning and you've had worse or whatever, let me know in the comments. But you try. Okay, so I learned a lot, and mostly like what not to do. So here's the original that I 3D printed of this little earthen bracket, and here is the cast piece. And I use this in hot application, and it's PLA plastic. So those of you who are familiar with 3D printing, you know that PLA. It's okay, but it's not the best when it comes to like heat. ABS is better for the type of plastic. So I wanted to have something that was safe in like food grade, and aluminum, which the beer cans and pop cans are, and obviously contain the food grade stuff, was the perfect choice. So I've been wanting to use this forge and to, I don't know, schmelt, whatever it's called, aluminum. And I wanted to do this little piece right here. So I learned a lot, and one of the things I learned is you got to get the right setup, obviously, but then also where you pour the aluminum down into the mold, there's kind of like a little trough that goes in, and then the aluminum can kind of pour in the top of the actual thing that you're making. Okay, so I learned that you want to have that to be offset. So you do not want that hole, the spout, so to speak, right on top of your pour, because I think that you saw, that little, I don't know, perpendicular thing. I think they call that like a spillway or whatever. I don't know. I'm brand new to this, so you guys that are better experienced with this, let me know. I made a ton of mistakes, I know. I did make something though, so I'm kind of happy with that for the first try. I am happy with that, given the circumstances. And it has a couple of little imperfections, like right there is a little imperfection. I'm thinking that's slag, just because my furnace was not up to par at all, and I could probably do a better job like getting that slag out of there. So I did add a little salt for like flux in there, just trying to learn from the internet, so to speak, and I probably can do a way better job on like the second, third, or fourth try for sure. So, but under the circumstances, this some guy in his backyard, I think it turned out pretty good, and I'm happy with it for a first try. But definitely, I'm going to make sure I offset that little spillway for the pour, and make sure that I have a better setup in terms of like firing heating the aluminum and melting it, and then being able to get the slag out of there, and then also having like a proper size crucible. I think that my crucible was like too big, so when I went to pour it, some of the aluminum was still in the crucible. It's just too big to maneuver. There are better ways to do it, and there are other products that other people already have. So this was just my little homemade setup. Could probably improve upon everything, but hey, not too bad, and it's usable, but it's not pretty. So let's say that. Hey, real quick, if this video helped you out at all, or if you enjoy this kind of content, please consider hitting that subscribe button or the like button. It really helps out the channel a lot, and it encourages me to put out new videos like this for you regularly. Thanks a lot, and hey, have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays.